Hello, everyone. All the finds from all the best finds from 2020 are laid out on the table. Late night, let's go over them a little bit. Uh, what kind of year was 2020? I guess if you're persistent, you can still find stuff in the Greater Toronto area. It is getting hard though. I honestly did not think I was gonna be able to present this full table to you at the end of the year. But I did manage to do quite well. Hopefully, the next year is gonna be equally good. But we'll see. No matter what, we'll enjoy the adventure. Um, it just shows that with persistence, some great research, and a little bit of luck, you can find stuff still. Had a lot of luck and a great spots in the beginning of the year. Kind of average to mediocre in the middle, and then finished the year pretty strong. Um, but anyway, let's look at things. Uh, there are over 220, at least 220 silver coins here. Uh, Probably about I think around 40 to 50 other silver items. A lot of large sands right there. Um, Relics, some toys, not a lot of toys, and a little bit of gold. Since I mentioned gold, let's start with the gold. I think about 9 grams total, uh, probably average about 14K. Not a lot, but I was not hunting for gold. Did not spend a lot of time in the water. No gold ring this year. Oh, I got 2 silver rings with a little bit of gold, and those were the actually finds with a metal detector. The rest of the stuff you see here, I just eyed with my eagle eye. This little starter has diamonds, 750, marked 750, and this old bracelet. Um, I think it's Portuguese gold. I think about 19K. The rest of the stuff is 10K. I think the Mexican ring, silver ring with a little bit of gold, that's 18K. The other one, I'm not really sure of the carat. Anyway, let's move to some relics for a change. Cool little toy soldier. Couple. This one was really cool. This one's from Pittsburgh. Pirates. Fairly old. I like visiting Pittsburgh, and I metal detected in Pittsburgh the year before. Um, this is Cracker Jack toy, the only one I ever found. Pretty cool. Moving on, Crottle Bell, only one this year, and probably not super old, but still a Crottle Bell. No special writing on it. A lot of musket balls, at least I think that's my best year for musket balls. I think it's because I'm digging more mid-tons and more in the woods. Couple older bullets. That big, forgot what it's called now. Grape shot. That's what it's called. My first ever grape shot. The grape shot. It's really heavy. Moving on. A little bit of military a badge, really nice condition. The small one next to it, it's I think it's a color badge from the Scouts. Some buttons. Most of these I found in the beginning of the year in an older spot, but most of the flat ones. Some British military buttons. This is British military. I forgot what this one's from. The artillery button. I think they're mid 1800s, late 1800s. This one's yeomanry button, really cool, really nice condition. Some Canadian buttons. This might be a button, but I found that on the beach, pretty corroded. Not really sure. Either that or it was a seal. Not really well focusing. There's a beater. Anyway, probably the best, and not probably best relic find. Old copper culture knife with bent tank that I found in the woods. Pretty large size too. Very, very cool. Copper culture, that means it was made by native North Americans pre-Columbian around the Great Lakes, circa 4,000 to 10,000 years ago. It's hard to get exact age on these. Moving on, Chinese cash coin, early 1800s, I believe this one was. Only 3 older coppers. This one's actually counterfeit copper, counterfeited based on 1812 copper in 1840. That's why the poor condition. Talking about condition, this Dragon Slayer is just spectacular condition. My best ever. 1857, Bank of Upper Canada, halfpenny token. Absolutely amazing. And we go back to the bad condition coin. This one, I forgot the name of it. It's halfpenny. I think it's from the early 1800s. Something to do with a plow. There's a plow here in the middle. Anyway, some British early 1900s coins. Some tokens. This is the Confederation anniversary from 1927. King and Queen, King George V. This is a cool token. Parks Department, Toronto. Locker token. Those are, I haven't seen any of those found by anybody else. First time I find one of these. I think these were kind of short-lived. Talking about the interesting tokens, this 1908 Lucky Cent from Tri-Centenary of Quebec with a picture of Champlain on it. They're really cool. Also, harder thing to find. Moving on with coppers. I did pretty well on the large cents. Actually did pretty well on Victorian large cents too. There were some really nice examples like this one. This one's just perfect, but mostly they come out pretty bad and corroded, but you can pick a few. Queen Victoria, quite a bit of them, at least 10. This one's pretty nice too. This is 1898 example. Still did not find the one from 1859. Only few with King Edward. They range from 1901 to 1910. This one's 1909. Some American coppers. This was probably my best year for finding Indian head pennies. I think there's 9 of them there. This one's probably the oldest, mostly in the early 1900s, 1897, and mostly quite corroded. There was one that was flattened. That's pretty cool. A couple 1909 wheat pennies. I have a lot of wheat pennies, but one's VDB and one is just plain 1909. Not in a really great condition, but I put them aside. Moving on, the jewelry or the silver. Well, let's before we go there, just a couple. Do not find a lot of those 5-cent nickels that they sound quite erratic. There's one from 1924 and one from 34. Really nice design coin. King George V. And my first 2 V nickels. Yet to find a buffalo nickel in Canada, but at least I got 2 V nickels. No shelled nickel either yet for me. But moving on, a pile of smaller silvers. Nothing too particularly interesting. Some of those Jewish and cross religious pendants. That was pretty cool. The rings. I think this one is one of the cooler ones. 91101 sterling ring. My first silver spoon, silver thimble, bunch of smaller rings, pins. This is military, World War II. Pretty big ankh. This Gucci pendant, I found that on the beach, and actually retails for over $300. Nice little silver bracelet, and the coins. Alright, so like I said, about 220, maybe slightly over, silver coins. These are all 1968, 50%. A bunch of silver dimes, 80%. 80% silver quarters. There's more dimes here, just couldn't pile them all together. 80%ers. King George V coins. Fish scales. Did not do really great on fish scales, only I think 5 this year, compared to the last 2 years. But there were some really nice ones. These dimes were really nice condition. I think this quarter is really nice condition too. Some Queen Victoria coins. They did not come out in the best condition. Only one fish scale. And King Edward, right there. This is probably my best condition coin, 1902 King Edward. Really beautiful condition. First year King Edward quarter. They rarely, as you can see, they can rarely be found in a nice condition. Some American coins, 3 Rosies, 2 Barber dimes, yet to find a Barber quarter, 2 Mercs, 1 SLQ number 3 for me. Actually, that one was number 2. Number 3 I found in 2021. Anyway, moving on. 1907 Barber $50. My second ever as Barber $50. Didn't find a quarter, but I have 2 Barber halves. Go figure. That was in a spill with this King George V half from 1916. And foreign coins. The biggest coin I ever found, biggest silver coin, basically the size of $1. Never found $1 yet. 2.5 guldens, 1940. Very nice coin. And from big to small, probably the smallest coin, aside from fish scales, this 1939 10 or ore from Sweden. German coin, first ever silver German coin, 1951, 5 marks. And my oldest and best, arguably best, but definitely oldest, 1782 half real, my first ever real Spanish silver. Quite worn, but at least the date is legible. I don't know where it is, but anyway, 1782. Alright, so that about wraps it up, and hopefully everyone has a great 2021, and hope everyone finds a lot of good stuff. I hope I find a lot of good stuff, and I continue show it to you on my videos. So remember to subscribe and leave a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next 9 to Finder adventure. Take care.